Hey, good afternoon, folks. Kind of a soggy day here in Colonial Beach. It's the 22nd of April, 2023. I'm going to bore you guys again and talk to you about ARPA funds. So, we are getting ready as the town on Wednesday night. They approved the purchase of garbage cans for the town using American Rescue Plan Act funds, or ARPA funds. Now, I have a real issue with that because the ARPA funds, if you read back in ARPA 101, Procurement 101, Virginia state law as far as procurement goes, which I'll get into in a moment, the purchase of the toters with ARPA funds doesn't appear to be a valid use of that money. Okay? Need to tell you that. And I don't do that just because, somebody says, oh, all you want to do is start trouble. That's not it at all. I think that there's some people down at Town Hall that know that it's not to be used for that because I've been talking to them since the 10th of March, telling them that ARPA funds probably are not to be used for buying these toters. Okay. Now, with that said, I set the alarm bells off on the 10th of March. That's the first email that I started sending to town council, town manager, mayor, all those people. If you remember back when we first got our ARPA funds in from the Commonwealth of Virginia, the whole shooting match was going to go to drainage. Well, I guess that it's sitting in there and it's like a sailor with too much money in his pocket. He's got to find a place to spend it. I don't have any other way to explain it. But originally, the watchword or the intent of the town council, and you can go back and look at the town council meetings, they said we're going to use everything for drainage, and that is an authorized use. There's no problem with it. So let's talk about authorized uses. To support public health expenditures. Yep. And these are caused by Corona. To address negative economic impacts caused by the public health emergency. To replace lost public sector revenue. To provide premium pay to essential workers, and we did. We gave out bonuses, and invest in water, sewers, and broadband infrastructure. Now, that's gone a little bit farther. The Commonwealth of Virginia has said that schools, child care facilities, medical facilities generally dedicated to COVID-19 treatment and mitigation, temporary medical facilities as needed, emergency operations centers, behavioral health facilities, affordable housing and permanent supportive housing for people in need, primary care clinics and hospitals, and improvements of vacant or abandoned properties. Okay, that is examples of capital expenditures. And the reason I bring that up is because I got an email. Okay, so I sent an email to the town council, to the town manager, and I explained to him what I'm seeing is we're not spending our money the way that it's supposed to be spent, or based on the rules as far as what ARPA is supposed to be for. And so the town manager sent back to me that because her and the financial officer have been to a lot of meetings and all that kind of stuff, they probably know better about what's supposed to be spent. And there's been relaxations in the capital expenditures that it can be used for. And that's what I just read for you. That's the relaxations right there. Okay, now, you have to remember, ARPA was designed to take care of problems that come from COVID-19. It's not, hey, let's just sort of figure out something new like trash cans that we're going to buy, which if we need them, fine. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem with it. Just get the money from the right place. Let's see. So the toters, the idea to buy the toters came along. And as I've said on numerous occasions, I told the town that I don't think that the toters meet the criteria as far as ARPA funds go. I'd ask you to take a look at the town meeting where most of the discussion on ARPA took place. And that is from the 4th of April 2023 on the Colonial Beach YouTube channel, working town meeting, and I'd ask you to forward to about 1 hour and 20 minutes because that's where most of the stuff takes place. Now, there's a couple of things that I'll point out that are in there, and this is a big deal too. So, number one, I think we're using ARPA funds inappropriately. Number two, the procurement that we're doing as far as these garbage cans goes against our own Resolution 2522, which was voted on 7-0 back in June of 2022, on how we're supposed to do purchases. Now, what I mean by that is when we have purchases, this is Resolution 2522, when we have purchases greater than 100,000 and less than 200,000, and our toters is 195K, and the Commonwealth of Virginia, their only attachment onto the how stuff gets spent is like local spending procurement procedures is the way that it's written in their write-ups as far as when they distributed the ARPA money. So this is our local procedure. It says between $102,000 and $200,000 where this policy will apply. Purchases where the estimated cost of goods or professional services or non-professional exceeds 100,000 but does not exceed 200,000. That's us. For goods and non-professional services, the town shall select a supplier with the lowest responsive and responsible quote. It shall be consistent with the policy for the town to consider the product quality. Okay, it also goes into it needs to be advertised and it needs to have 3 bids, written bids coming back. That's in accordance with the state of Virginia by statute as well as the town endorsing that statute. Okay, and they endorsed it in Resolution 2522. So where we're at here is we're looking at buying a bunch of garbage cans, getting money from a place we probably shouldn't be getting it at, using a procedure that doesn't go along or conform to our own buying procedure that the town council unanimously approved in June of 22. Now, just to let you know, I sent an inquiry to the Government Accountability Office, the U.S. Treasurer's Inspector General, the Commonwealth's Attorney. I was contacted on Friday by them, and they say that it's going to take 45 to 60 days. They asked me for some documentation. They also asked me, oh yeah, here's a good question. The parliamentarian or the town attorney, I haven't heard them say anything as far as using ARPA funds appropriate and is not following Resolution 2522 correct. Now, I need to put this out there too. I have asked these questions, okay, of the town council individually, mass group emails. So this is not anything new. The only reason I'm bringing it up is they're getting ready to pull the trigger on this thing. And it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to claw it back after the purchase goes down than to get it right to start out with. This has nothing to do with that I don't want new trash cans. I want new trash cans just like everybody else. Bill and those guys that are out there on the truck, I can't ask for anything better than the work that our public works people do as far as trash goes. But I'm going to tell you something. The town, on the other hand, you need to take a look at this and not mess this up. Have a great day.